it's Maya and welcome back to my channel. It's been almost 3 months. That's sad. I was grounded because biology sucks. You know, like, I was grounded for 6 weeks, no phone, so I couldn't upload, and I'm very sorry. So today's video, I'm so excited to talk about this. Like, this is the first time I finally get to sit down and talk about everything that happened. And my birthday was November 14th, and my parents got me tickets to go meet and see Kelsea Ballerini, and that was the best birthday gift ever. I was so happy, I cried. So we're just gonna get right into the whole story. So I got to meet her on Wednesday, December 14th, a month after my birthday. That day I got to leave school at 12 and I got to go home and get ready. I left my house around 3:15. My dad took me and it takes about 30 minutes to get downtown. So we got there around 3:45. We were walking to the House of Blues and I saw her band's tour bus. So I took a picture with it. I'm gonna be inserting a bunch of pictures and videos and stuff, so prepare yourselves. After that, we went to the House of Blues restaurant, bar area, and we got some food. And then we went upstairs to where we were supposed to meet and stuff. It was like 4:15 and check-in time was like 5:45. And so I waited up there for an hour and a half, and I was second in line, and after an hour and a half, they finally came out and they started giving us our wristbands. Here's the wristband I got. I didn't take it off till yesterday. We had to check in and you had to show them a form of ID. I'm 15, so I don't have a driver's license, so I brought my passport. And we didn't go in until 6:15-ish. And I'd never been inside the House of Blues, so when I went in there, I was like, whoa. Cool. So I was second in line and I got front and center for Q&A and Soundcheck. I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. Like, whoa, this is actually happening. Like, I was trying so hard not to hyperventilate. Like, so I sat there and I took pictures of the stage. Like, look where I am. I'm here. I'm about to witness this. We waited for about 10 minutes for Kelsea to come out. And she finally came out and she was in this onesie and it said the first timers on the back. And I said, Kelsea Ballerini right here, and I want that onesie. Like, take my money, Kelsea. I want it so badly. It was so cute, and she came out, and she's so cute, you guys. Like, she was all happy, but we couldn't take videos. So she sang Peter Pan first. We put questions in this little bucket while we were waiting outside, and she asked my question that I asked her, and she looked right at me when she like read the question out loud. I was like, Don't worry, it didn't mean anything. I asked her what her favorite song was that she's written, and she said Peter Pan. After she answered all the questions, she's honestly so talkative. It's adorable though, because she'll just sit there and she'll be like, any more questions? Like, I want to keep talking. So after that, she sang EXO, and then she went off stage. So we lined up, and since I was front row in the Soundcheck stuff, I ended up being like last in line for a meet and greet, but it's okay, because I had time to freak out with my friends, be like, guys, I'm about to meet Kelsea. I was like shaking. And I had 2 letters for Kelsea, one from me and one from my friend Hallie. And we couldn't bring anything back there with us, and I was really disappointed. I had waited for about 5 minutes. I was next in line and they finally like pulled me, and I was like, oh my god. And so I walked up to her and I gave her a big hug, and oh my god, she smelled so good. To this day, I have to know what perfume she was wearing. Like, I tweeted her and everything. I was like, Kelsea, what perfume were you wearing at the Houston show? Because I need to know, because she smelled like actual heaven. Like, I was shaking so much. Like, you could tell I was about to start crying. Like, I was trying to hold my tears in. I was shaking. I was having trouble speaking. Like, I was like, I love you so much. Like, she said, hi, I'm Kelsea. I was like, hi, I'm Maya. I love you so much. She's like, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I was like, I love you. And so we posed and we took a picture, and the picture came out so good. I just cried when I got it. She was the sweetest. She's such a sweetheart. So she said, bye, I hope you enjoy the show. And I was like, thank you, I love you so much. And I walked out and I was like, best minute of my life. And as we walked out, they handed us a little drawstring bag filled with goodies from Kelsea. The drawstring bag looked like this. It's so cute. I love it so much. Like, There was this little poster of Kelsey, and it's so cute. And we had our little VIP lanyard in there, and I put it on naturally. Like, it's so cute. It says "Too busy chasing stars" from Peter Pan, and the sparkles go everywhere. And then after that, everyone was already filling up front row, so I was like, crap, I'm not gonna get front row for the concert. I'm gonna cry, but you know, it's okay. I got behind these people, and I sat there, and I waited. I was like, well, might as well go get my merch. My dad gave me 60 bucks, so I went over to the merch table. I just got the t-shirt. This one, the tour t-shirt. It's Kelsea Ballerini, the first time tour. And then the tour date's on the back. Yay, so I got it. It was 30 bucks. I went back to my seat. There was a lady and a little girl in front of me, and she was like, you can have our seats. We're gonna go sit down because there was a bar in the back. She was like, only if you take a picture of us. I was like, yes, of course I'll take a picture of you. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna get front row. And it was like front and center again. So I took a picture of them, and they're like, thank you so much. And I was like, no, thank you. And they were like, I hope you enjoyed the concert. I was like, thank you. And so I moved up. I put my bags down, and I waited, and I texted my dad and my mom. I was like, guys, look, I'm front row. I am gonna die. I'm gonna cry. And then finally the doors opened for the rest of the people to come in. And this girl, she came up to me and she was like, is there anyone else sitting next to you? Because I had my bags there, like I was saving a seat. And I was like, no. She's like, do you mind if I squeeze in right there? I'd love to be front row. I was like, yes, of course you can squeeze in right here. And we started talking, and she was the sweetest girl I'd ever met. Like, I swear, like, we were meant to be best friends. We had so much in common. Like, it's crazy. And so we exchanged numbers and Instagrams and stuff like that. Her name was Lainey, and she was the sweetest girl ever. I'm not even kidding. Like, we talked the whole time. We talked until Carly came out, and we talked till Kelsey came out. We basically acted like we'd known each other forever. She was, oh my gosh, I miss her so much. Honestly, she lives in Arkansas, and she's the sweetest girl ever. Oh my gosh. So we basically bonded over like Taylor Swift, and we liked a lot of the same artists. Like, it was crazy. And Carly Pierce came out. She was Kelsey's opening act. She was so amazing. I didn't get any videos of that, but I basically enjoyed that. And then we had to wait about 30 minutes for Kelsey to come out. This was the last night of the first time tour. I got to be the last night of the first time tour. I don't know why, I just really liked the idea that I was at her last show of this tour. The lights dimmed, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Like, I'm getting chills talking about this, like, oh my gosh. And so her band started playing. Her band was amazing. It was like drums and like strobe lights. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then her banjo player started going, burn it, burn it. So she opened with Yeah Boy. She came out, and she was wearing Taylor Swift's Welcome to New York jacket. I was like, well, she obviously knew I was coming, so. She made eye contact with me and Lainey so much throughout all the songs. And then she sang Looking at Stars, and Looking at Stars is honestly so underrated. Like, Looking at Stars, she like reached the microphone down, like it was far away, but like of course I started yelling the words.
So we can park it by the river, get out and through the tailgate, down, down, down.
And then she sang Square Pegs. Oh my gosh, Square Pegs is probably my favorite song of the night because she was like right in front of us. Like she got on her knees right there, and she was singing to us the first verse and the first chorus, and I was like, Kelsey, are you trying to kill me? And then at the very end, she pointed at us. And then she sang Dibs, and oh my gosh, Dibs is like... stilettos. Oh my gosh, the way she did it live had me shook. Like I was sitting there like hyperventilating, but I wasn't really because I was singing the words. But she had an electric guitar, and she like the way she just, I don't like, just listen to it yourself. Like and then at the very end, she threw a pick at me. Like, she was like done singing and she was like, and she threw it at me. Here's the pick she threw at me. Yep. After she sang stilettos, she sang Roses. Roses, you guys, oh my gosh. Roses, it hasn't been released yet. And so me and Lainey, we were like the only ones who knew Roses. So we were sitting there screaming the lyrics. And she kept looking at us like, she was like, oh, so those girls know the lyrics, so I'm gonna like go up to them and sing to them and dance along with them. And so during the chorus, for like 3 seconds, she was like doing this with us because we were like dancing around and screaming the lyrics, and she like looked at us and she started smiling. She was like singing along and dancing with us. I was like, oh my gosh.
My dress, your leather jacket, didn't know how could we have it, but when we had it, 14th of February, I'm feeling my house still carries. Yeah, we didn't know it, thought we could grow it, beautiful for a moment, we were roses.
And then she sang High School, and oh my gosh, during High School, she was singing and she looked down at me and she saw that I was singing the words and she started smiling when she was singing like, babe, oh.
Cause this is the real world, I don't know you like that, you can remember, but you can't go back to high school, where all you care about is if the pretty cheerleader thinks you're cool, see her.
She did a cover of Tennessee Whiskey. I didn't know the song, but like she sounded so good.
Strawberry wine, you're as warm as a glass of brandy.
And then she sang Send My Love by Adele. She did a lot of covers. And she sounded so good. Like, she's so cute. The way she did it was just like,
I'm giving you up, I'm forgiving it all. You set me free. Hey, hey, hey. Send my love to your lover. Treat her better.
and then she sang Sirens, and ooh, her vocals during this, I'm deceased. And then after that, she sang Underage, and oh my gosh, Underage is probably my favorite song right now by her.
All we ever think about is fun. All we ever wanna be is 21. Doesn't everyone wanna sit on top of the world?
And then she sang We Were Like, and we were like, okay, that's like another unreleased song, like no one knows it, like me and Lainey were the only ones that really knew it. And so we were in the front singing it, and at one part, like during the second verse, she was like walking over, and like she was like singing to her bandmate, and she turned and she started walking straight towards me. I was like, hey Kelsey, how you doing?
We will count the stars and the days that we had to go. Since then nobody ever made my heart stop. But I get to
And then she did like this cover melody of, before Peter Pan, she sang Let It Go by James Bay, Sorry by Justin Bieber, and Apologize by One Republic. And it was kind of like a mashup thing, like it was like a storyline leading up to Peter Pan, and it was so amazing.
But then you learn that just because you decide to let it go, and the other person walked away, and the other person broke your heart, It's gonna take them a week, a month, a year, whatever. It's gonna take them however long, but one day they're gonna wake up and they're gonna realize that you were the best thing that's ever happened to them.
And after she sang all that, she sang Peter Pan, and it was so amazing because that's like, everyone knows that song. Everyone in the crowd was singing it, and she was so happy. Like,
Never gonna be a man, Peter Pan. Deep down I knew that you were too good to be true.
she sang EXO, and oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna lie, EXO was so lit. Like, there was this one part where she went to the back and she was like banging on the drums, like. At the very end. She came out for an encore, and she came out onto the floor, nowhere near us, so I had to like stand on my tippy toes, and my legs hurt from that still. And she sang the first time.
Put her up into your Chevy instead. 'Cause even when you don't have me, you can still be the one to hurt me. It must feel good to know I'm still holding on to let it go.
And then after that, she went back onto the stage for Love Me Like You Mean It, the very last song. And I was gonna start crying because it was just like, that was the last song. Bye, Kelsey. You're done with the tour officially. Like, bye. What? But the very last part, everyone, she wanted us to sing it and not her, so she put her microphone out. And looking back at the video makes me so happy just to hear that everyone knows that song. Like, just to hear everyone singing it back to her. Like, imagine how she must have felt. Like, that's something she wrote and put in so much time and effort. And hearing her fans sing that back to her, like, that must make her heart, like, melt. Like, honestly, I was sitting there almost in tears listening to it. This video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and it would mean a lot if you subscribed. I promise I'm gonna start being more active. I will see y'all next time I upload, which will probably be next week. Bye!